Welcome to the first of many executive video blogs sponsored by PowerNet in Cincinnati, Ohio. My name is Rick Heumann and I'm the President of Corporate Development. Some of the biggest challenges that customers face are: how do I use internet? How do I use broadband data? How do I use video conferencing? How do I use wireless? And how do I use it effectively? What's important in today's world is not the early adoption phase of current technologies, but have I researched current technologies? Do I understand how each of these can impact my business? And do I understand how they're going to have an impact on my end users, my internal users, and how are they going to help my productivity of my company? The three biggest challenges facing business today regarding technology is, first of all, the research and development of those technologies. What exists in the market today? What are the things I should be looking at for my business? The second phase of that is, how much is this going to cost me and my company, and what is going to be my return on investment? And last but not least, what is going to be the overall cost that's going to be associated with employee productivity as I begin to implement these new technologies? Irrespective of the research that you do and how much you like the technology or how much you would like to see it deployed in your business, that you don't become married to any one technology for an exorbitant amount of time, because technology changes every 12 to 18 months, and sometimes it changes very dramatically. So what you don't want to do as a customer is have that investment in that technology or in that hardware or in that software, and then realize that what you decided to implement is really not what you needed to begin with, and the bigger and the better product, the bigger and better service is really what you needed to begin with, and you need to move on or you need to transition. One of the things that's important when a company is looking at new technologies is to be in tune with their current employee base. I think it's very important that companies do surveys of employees, surveys of employee productivity. They get human resources involved to find out the impacts and how they can help their employees do their jobs better. If the only purpose of putting technology and new technology in a business is just to have the next gee whiz product or gee whiz thing that comes down the road, there really isn't a reason for investment. You need to really consider carefully how it's going to affect all your employees and how it's going to better your business and business productivity. And not only internally for your company, but how is it going to better serve your customers that are outside of the company, and how will you monetize what you are spending for the technology you're putting in place? Many of the technologies today are very confusing. There's a plethora of different technologies out there today, and it becomes a myriad of questions of, how do I deploy this in my business? What's going to be the overall cost? What's the cost of operation? How are my employees going to view the new technology, and will they really use it? Irregardless of what vendor you use, you need to have somebody that's dedicated to researching those technologies, somebody who is willing to stand by your side and stand by the business through the entire implementation process, and somebody that will be there for follow-up and after the product has been sold or after the product has been implemented, and is readily available to answer questions, concerns, or do follow-up visits if necessary.